At the beginning of episode 11, a boy named Gigi arrives at Momo's house, leaving her shocked. Okaran asks Granny, "Who is this boy?" Granny explains that he is Momo's childhood friend and her first crush. Hearing this, Okaran becomes tense, thinking, he looks so cool, and if Momo liked him, there must be something special about him. Soon after, Gigi starts behaving strangely, making it clear that he's not a serious type, but rather very playful and funny. Granny welcomes Gigi into the house, while Momo asks angrily, "What is going on here?" Granny reveals, "From now on he will be staying with us in this house." This enrages Momo, who begins yelling. Okaran grows even more uneasy upon hearing this. Meanwhile, Ira suspects that Gigi might be a new demon, thinking Momo is gathering people to help her destroy the world. She threatens Momo, saying, "Once the alien problem is resolved, I'll come after you." Ira storms off, determined to form her own group to fight demons. Later, a dejected Okaran also decides to leave. Momo stops him, gesturing, "See you tomorrow." Reassured, Okaran walks away. During dinner, Momo questions Granny about why Gigi is staying with them. Gigi, unaware of the situation, compliments the food, saying, "Auntie, you've made an amazing meal." He doesn't realize that Granny is Momo's grandmother, not her aunt. He keeps praising Granny, who humorously calls him a genius. Granny explains, "Both of Gigi's parents are hospitalized, so he will be staying with us. We should help each other in times of need." While washing the dishes, Momo reflects, "We weren't even proper friends in childhood. In fact, Gigi is the same boy who used to tease me, the one I mentioned in the first episode." Gigi apologizes for making fun of her back then and reveals, "I can see ghosts now." Hearing this, Momo asks, "Did you also pick up a golden ball or something?" But Gigi has no idea about the golden ball. He explains, "When I was in middle school, my family moved to a mountain area. I loved the place, and our house there was huge. But I always felt something strange there." Gigi continued, "He told his parents about it, but they never believed him. Gigi started lying to himself, pretending he hadn't seen anything. But one day, a ghost appeared right in front of him. From that day on, the ghost started showing up every day. After that, Gigi's parents also fell ill. Desperate, Gigi called in some famous spirit mediums to get rid of the ghost. But out of the 5 who came, 3 of them lost their lives. Even the most skilled mediums failed and told Gigi, 'Granny is your last hope.' Meanwhile, Granny was casually watching cartoons with Turbo Granny. Momo finally understood everything and said, 'It's a good thing Gigi came here.' Gigi apologized once again for teasing Momo during their childhood, and Momo forgave him, saying, 'Don't worry about the ghost. My Granny will kick it away.' Hearing this, Gigi was shocked to realize that Granny wasn't Momo's aunt, but her grandmother. Granny then said, 'I'm not doing anything. I already told you my powers only work within this city, so Momo will have to handle this.' Granny added, 'If Gigi suddenly started seeing ghosts, it must be connected to the second golden ball. If Momo does this job, I'll get her as many uniforms as she wants.' The next day, Gigi joined Momo's school. The teacher introduced him to the class, saying, 'Gigi's parents are in the hospital, and he's very sad, so we should help him.' But Gigi was busy flirting with girls and asking for their numbers. With his humorous antics, Gigi charmed everyone in the class, even Momo's 2 friends. He even announced to the class, 'Momo and I live together.' This led everyone to assume they were in a relationship. Embarrassed, Momo covered Gigi's mouth and dragged him out of the classroom. Meanwhile, poor Okaran was feeling dejected. Gigi's arrival had made him incredibly jealous. He thought, what if Momo starts liking him again? If they start dating, she won't even look at me, let alone listen to my stupid ghost stories. She might completely forget about me. Lost in these thoughts, Okaran decided to work out behind the school during lunch break to distract himself. Just then, Momo arrives at the spot. Seeing her, Okaran quickly jumps into the bushes. Momo says, "I'm here to have lunch, and to keep an eye on you so you don't start acting weird with Ira again." She asks Okaran if he would like to eat with her, but Okaran awkwardly responds that he's working out with both hands. Momo smiles and says, "Then I'll feed you with my hands." Hearing this, Okaran's heart starts racing, and he gets flustered. But just then, Gigi shows up, carrying Momo's favorite drink. Seeing it, Momo becomes very happy. Watching them together makes Okaran jealous again. He starts to walk away thinking, if Momo's happy with him, I should step aside. It's what's best for both of us. Suddenly, the mannequin standing in the science lab comes to life and starts running toward Okaran. He runs back to Momo for safety, but the mannequin ignores him, charging straight past while yelling, No one can stop me. Momo tries to stop it using her powers, but Gigi has no idea what's going on. He jumps forward and tackles Momo to the ground. As the mannequin runs over them, Momo notices a golden ball under it. She realizes this must be the second golden ball connected to Okarun. However, Gigi refuses to let go of Momo. Despite this, she uses her powers to grab the mannequin, but it drags both her and Gigi along as it keeps running. Okarun is more worried about the fact that Gigi is holding on to Momo. The mannequin bursts out of the school and keeps running. Okarun transforms into his Turbo Granny form and quickly catches up to the mannequin. Momo and Gigi, still being dragged along, are about to crash into a bus, but Okarun saves them just in time. He then carries Momo and Gigi on his back, running after the mannequin. Gigi screams, "This monster has captured us!" Momo explains, "Okarun is on our side. He's the glasses guy." Momo grabs hold of the mannequin again and tries to pull it toward her with all her strength, but the mannequin refuses to give up. It splits its body into several pieces, causing Momo to lose her grip. The mannequin reassembles itself from the scattered pieces and runs off again, leaving the group unable to follow it. Afterward, Okarun reverts to his normal form, which shocks Gigi. Okarun asks, "What do we do now?" We don't even know where it went. Just then, Momo reveals she's holding something in her hand and punches it. They hear the mannequin screaming in pain. Following the sound, they arrive at a scrapyard, where they find the mannequin. Okarun asks Momo how she knew it would be there. Momo explains, "When it split into pieces, I grabbed its heart. That's what I've been punching to make it scream." Momo then speaks to the mannequin, "We don't want to hurt you. We just want to see your golden ball, which might belong to our friend Okarun." Suddenly they hear a girl's voice coming from within the scrap heap, calling out to someone named Taro. The mannequin's name, it turns out, is Taro. Taro begins searching through the scrap and eventually pulls out a female doll named Hana. Hana asks Taro, "Why did you come here and put yourself in danger?" Taro replies, "Because I love you. My entire life changed after I met you. My world used to be black and white, but now it's colorful." Hana responds, "I'm old and broken. That's why I was thrown away. You should go back before you're discarded too." Taro says, "I don't care. If I don't do something now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I want to stay with Hana forever." Hearing Taro's words, Okarun begins to understand his own feelings. He realizes that he likes Momo and decides he won't give up on her so easily. The episode ends here.